Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Essie. If today is your first time of watching my videos, please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Okay, in today's class I'm going to be teaching you how to make this beautiful dress, and in this class I'm going to be using a piece of Ankara fabric, net and a doll face, of course with a zipper. Firstly, I'm going to be taking my shoulder measurement. Next, I'll take my half length measurement and I'm going to be drawing a line across. In this case, I'm just trying to get a straight line. Okay, so for the next thing, I'm going to be taking my shoulder measurement divided by 2, my neck width of 2 inches, my neck depth of 2 inches. Then I'll come to the shoulder tip and take my shoulder slope, which is half inches. Then I used 4.5 inches for the armhole length. Okay, so I'll connect my lines together just like the way you see me do. So the next thing, I'll go to the armhole depth and take my shoulder measurement again divided by 2 to have a straight line just like you see me do, and that will serve as my chest line. So for the next thing, I'm going to be taking my bust measurement divided by 4. Then I added 1.5 inches for the sewing allowance. So I'll go to the waist measurement. On children dresses, you notice most of the times the bust and the waist are always the same. Okay, so I'll just use my curve to connect my armhole curve. I'll go to the waistline again and take my measurement just like the way you see me do. I'll connect and I'm going to be cutting out just like this. I'm going to be folding my fabric into 2 again, and this time I'll be using my front to cut out my back. The only difference on this back is the zipper allowance. Okay, so just like the way you see me do, that is how I'm going to be doing. Firstly, I'm going to be marking out my zipper allowance. Okay, then I'll go ahead and mark out the neck depth of my back. So the next thing, I'm going to be adding half-inch shoulder measurement to it for the joining allowance. Okay, so I've gone ahead to mark it out. Then the next thing for me to do now is to cut out just like the way you see me do. I'll go ahead now and cut it out. Okay, you go ahead and mark it so you'll be able to differentiate the back from the front. Okay, so the next thing for me to do now, I'm going to be cutting another piece with the same fabric. Okay, I'll be cutting 2 each, 2 for the back, 2 for the front. So one will serve as my lining and one will serve as my main fabric. So I've gone ahead to join it, and this is what it looks like. The next thing for us to do is to notch it round. Okay, if you want to trim out the excesses, you can go ahead, but for me, I'm going to be trimming out, and this is how it will look. Okay, so the next thing for me to do now is to join the sides together. The armhole first, you have to go ahead and join the armhole. If you have ironing, go ahead and iron. Okay, so right now I'm going to be joining the armhole. So this is it. I'll go ahead and join the armhole together, and this is it. I'll come back again and notch it just like the way you see me do. After turning, I'll go ahead and turn it to the right side. Okay, so this is what it will look like. Just go ahead and give it a nice pressing. Okay, yes, so I'm gonna ahead to press it down, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so the next thing for me to do now is to join the sides together. As you can see, this is what it looks like. Then after joining the side, I'll go ahead and press it open, press the sewing allowance open. Okay, and this is what it will look like. So the next thing for me now is to join our net to it. I did 4 layers of this net, and I've done draw gathers on it. Although my draw gathers is not looking nice, but try and make sure your own looks nice. I'll go ahead and join it to the front part of the dress, which is the main fabric. Then for the white net, I joined it to the lining and added it to the lining part of the fabric. I didn't know my camera was not capturing that side. Then for the next thing, I've added it's just a straight fabric, okay, to the hem of the dress. It's a straight fabric, just sew and turn it over, that's all. Then the next thing is to join a zipper. So I'll go ahead and join my zipper. Okay, so I'm going to be pinning it down. If you notice, I'm pinning it only to the main fabric, okay, down to the net, just like this. Then I'll go ahead and pin it down to the other side again, just like the way you see me do. I'll go ahead and pin it down. Please, if you're a beginner, try and pin down. Except you're a pro, advanced student, you can go ahead and sew it like that. Remember, I added 1 inch sewing allowance, so that's what I'm using to pin down the dress, the zipper. So after pinning on the main dress, I'll go ahead and sew it down. This is how it looks like when you turn it over, okay? So I'll go ahead now and sew it down and stitch it. Then after sewing that part, I'll come again and join that zipper that I've joined up, I've sewed down to the main fabric, I'll come back and pin it down to the lining. I don't know if you understand. Just try, and if you don't understand, just replay it and see what I did there. Okay, don't forget the right side is facing the right side. The right side of the fabric is facing the right side of the lining while pinning down the zipper. Okay, so this pinning down the lining to the main fabric with the zipper is a little bit tricky, but just try and find your way around. You won't get it at the same point. Okay, so you have to turn to get it. Okay, so just try, and this is how I'll pin it down again, like so. Then I'll go over to the sewing machine. I'll join the 1 inch at the shoulder, at the neckline. Then I'll stitch it down, stitch the zipper down, and this is what it will look like. I'll just notch the excesses and flip it to the right side. Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to bring out all the pointy edges together. All right, and voila, this is our dress. We are through, although I didn't add bow to my own because the pieces was not enough to get the bow. And this is how the dress is looking like. If you have more net fabric, it's not necessary you use the amount of net